What gets me out of bed every morning is the possibility of helping people. I want to give people back their peace of mind. I want to know they have a fighter in their corner when they've been the victim of someone else's negligence to help put their lives back together. I want them to know it's going to be okay. Our creative torpedo is tell them you mean business. We want our clients to know that when they hire our law firm, the insurance companies are going to take them seriously. They're going to take their case serious. We leave no stone unturned in preparing your case. We are on the cutting edge of trial technology. We have 2 decades of trial experience in representing injured clients. We become a part of our client's struggle and take on that burden. We get our clients the justice they deserve. That's the rewarding part. Look on their face, their appreciation.
They know that our team has gone to battle for them and we have come out victorious. That is the most rewarding part.
We have carried their burden. We have walked in their steps. We have fought their fight.
Do you want to do more? Are you feeling called to help? Some will just hang on. Others will raise their hand to truly help. Phoenix Home Care is looking for raised hands. Phoenix Home Care and Hospice needs help. Phoenix Home Care is hiring immediately for caregivers who want to help people live life with dignity in their own homes. Take this time of crisis to seize an opportunity. Go to PhoenixHomeHC.com and click on the Careers tab. Be different. Make a difference. Choose Phoenix.
Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.
Hello and welcome to U.S. Baseball Park, home of the ultimate experience in men's amateur wood bat baseball in the heart of America, the Grip and Rip Baseball League. It is the playoff semifinals. The victor today will advance to compete for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy, and for the defeated, the season is over. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. What a game we've got in store for you today. The Springfield Metropolitans and the Republic Locos, North Division rivals here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League, set to collide. One will go on to meet the Branson Showman for the Bell. The other will see a season meet an unfortunate demise. Let's meet the starters first for the Springfield Metropolitans. They'll lead off with the center fielder. He is number 6 from Bolivar, Missouri, Jared Brashler, batting second. From Republic, Missouri, he's the left fielder. Number 7, Harrison Waters, batting third. Also from Bolivar, Missouri, and number 25, the right fielder, Zach Young, batting fourth. Is the catcher. He wears number 14, former New York Yankees farmhand Steve Aldridge. In the 5 spot, former Missouri State University Bear, number 16, Brock Chaffin. Batting 6th is the designated hitter and the GRBL's 2022 Silver Slugger Award winner, Justin Parker. In the 7 spot, from Caracas, Venezuela, number 17, the first baseman, David Rodriguez. Batting 8th is the third baseman. He wears number 8. 2020 League MVP Clay Murphy. Batting 9th is the second baseman from Lewisburg, Missouri, number 12, Calvin Dreyer. And batting 10th is the shortstop. He wears number 27, the stand-up comic from Springfield, Missouri, Harrison Broadstreet. So it's Brashler, Waters, Young, Aldridge, Chaffin, Parker, Rodriguez, Murphy, Dreyer, and Broadstreet for the Springfield Metropolitans. They are the visitors on the board today in their black jerseys with orange numerals and trim, and they are in white pants today. Republic Locos are also in their white pants. They will be the home squad in their old gold uniforms with navy blue numerals and accents. They will lead off with their shortstop, 2-time Gold Glove Award winner, and the first player ever inducted into the Grip and Rip Hall of Fame, Caleb Cole. Batting in the 2nd spot is their center fielder. He's both an MVP and a Rookie of the Year Award finalist, number 13, Trent Simpson. Batting 3rd is the catcher. He wears number 2 from Woodstock, Georgia, Cole Hazelhorst. Batting 4th, the designated hitter, a lefty, Kyle Carpenter. Batting 5th is the right fielder. He is from Lee's Summit, Missouri, Ethan Cole. Batting 6th is the first baseman from University City. He's number 9, Tyler Jones. Batting in the 7th spot is the left fielder, Logan Prock. Batting 8th, the second baseman from Enumclaw, Washington, Matt Spangler. Batting 9th, the player manager for the Locos, number 24, Chris Mesa. And batting 10th is the extra hitter. He wears number 11 from Rogersville, Missouri, Farron Cogdill. And the mound man for the Republic Locos today, Well, that would be number 12, the rookie out of Joplin, Missouri, originally from La Crosse, Wisconsin. That is 41-year-old John Bortz. 22 1/3 innings pitched for Bortz this season, just 4 earned runs allowed on 23 hits. He's got 22 strikeouts to complement 5 walks. He has hit 4 batters and a 1.62 ERA. So John Bortz has been very good, but John Bortz has been dealing with a little bit of arm soreness as the Locos made their way down the stretch run en route to winning the Grip and Rip North Division. So we will keep an eye on Bortz to see how far he can go. Republic, really, that's kind of the big question mark going into this game, is the overall health of its pitching staff. I would surmise we will see some big innings out of Bortz today, followed by Kyle Carpenter, the lefty from St. Charles, Missouri, coming on in relief. But that's pretty much speculation, as Republic manager Chris Mesa keeping it close to the chest. Starting pitcher today for the Springfield Mets, as he has been all season long, a new member of the GRBL Hall of Fame in his own right. That is Andy Galley, the right-hander. More on Galley in the bottom half of this first inning. Jared Brashler steps in for the Mets, and we are set to get underway. This one's scheduled to start at 3, but a little bit delayed by the game, the other semifinal just before, as John Bortz sends a slider home for a strike to Jared Brashler. So we are underway at 3:07 p.m. Central Time. 0-1 to Brashler. Bortz again worked a slider. Starting to see the wind pick up as well. It's blowing in from the north-northwest at around 11 to 12 miles per hour. That could affect a little bit of motion, especially breaking ball from right-handed pitchers, as Bortz missed with the fastball. So with the way the ballpark is oriented here in Ozark, Missouri, that wind is going to be in the face of the right-handed pitcher and blowing out almost directly down the right field line. So it could create a little bit of extra dip on pitches. Also could cause a ball to miss out of the zone on the outer half. Bortz hit the outer half that time beautifully, and it's 2-2 to Jared Brashler. That one over the plate sounded like Brashler might have broken a bat. It's a fly into right field. Tracking it and making the catch is Ethan Cole to get the first out for the Locos. Let's bring up Harrison Waters, who has had a tremendous season up and down. This is his 3rd year in the GRBL for old number 7 out of Drury University. The lefty is 12 for 29, 8 singles, 3 doubles, and a triple. He has batted in 6 runs, hitting .414. So he has matched the season he had a year ago with the Republic Locos, where he also had 12 hits, 26 hits, and counting. Check that, 28 hits and counting in Harrison Waters' career. He's ahead 1-0, make that 1-1. Bortz attacked with the fastball, and Waters just got a piece, fouling it back to the screen. One and one with 1 out. Make that 1-2. And Republic, with a little bit of uncertainty regarding Bortz, just counting on him to attack early and sort of assert himself here. This playoff semifinal game, it's win or go home. Harrison Waters asserts himself with a base hit, the 13th he has had this season, and that is a sliding double as he gets in to second base, and he is on and in scoring position just like that for the very dangerous Springfield Mets. Up and down. They've been seeing it well all season long. You look at this roster, you think, oh, this was a team that was built for offense. In reality, the Mets have actually been the top defensive team in the Grip and Rip Baseball League throughout the season, getting it done with some stellar pitching. So here's Zach Young 38 years old. Can't really call him a rookie. He's been playing amateur baseball throughout his adult life, but a rookie here in the Grip and Rip, having just relocated back to his home stomping grounds here in Missouri, but played pretty extensively in Iowa, 8 years, matter of fact, in the Mid-Iowa Baseball League. So far in Grip and Rip, he is 8 for 23. 1-1 here. Bortz, got him with a change. That was a beautiful pitch to jump ahead. One and two. Swing and a miss. John Bortz attacked upstairs with the gas. And yes, that was 3 strikes on Zach Young. A little bit of hesitation. But yes, he is out. It's going to bring up Steve Aldridge. So 2 outs. Runner standing on second is Harrison Waters. For the Mets catcher Steve Aldridge, that ran way in, sent Aldridge bailing back. It hit off the catcher's mitt and then got back to the screen. That will go down as a pass ball, but tough play for Cole Hazelhorst, allowing Waters to motor up and take third base. Steve Aldridge, 9 for 35 for the season. That's hitting .257, a double and 8 singles. And he is also the infield Gold Glove Award winner for the entire Grip and Rip Baseball League as a catcher. That is no small feat. Steve Aldridge also 50 years old, although he could certainly pass for much younger. I don't know what the secret is, but guy is just defying all odds with his athleticism. Ahead 3-0 here. So Steve Aldridge, originally from Jefferson City, Missouri. He went to what was then Southwest Missouri State University. It's now just Missouri State. Undrafted but signed with the New York Yankees in 1993, and he played 2 years in the pros before coming back to the Ozarks. Raised a family, raised 4 kids. He's an electric cooperative executive now. Actually, he's the purchasing manager for an electric co-op. So buying power, that's a pretty big deal. Didn't need to buy any power there, as he just takes the free pass. So the walk issued by Bortz puts runners on the corners, first and third for the Mets. 2 outs, and their skipper Brock Chaffin comes up. Well, speaking of Missouri State University, that's where he finished his college career. Started out at Longview Community College, where he was a JUCO All-American. Hit .473 at junior college. And then at Missouri State, as a senior 10 years ago, he hit .307, which I can point out 9 points higher than one of his teammates, Luke Voigt. Speaking of Yankees, Chaff 66 of 215. And the Bears were 40 and 22 under the direction of Coach Keith Gutton that year. 0-1, swung on. Chaffin sends one to the moon. That is out of here. That thing carried almost 400 feet over the wall in right center field. A monster shot off the bat of Brock Chaffin makes it 3-0 for the Springfield Mets, and the bad boys of baseball jumping out to a lead on the Locos in the top of the first. Just like that. One swing, and Chaffin goes yard. A no doubt dinger over that Great Southern Bank sign. Out in right. Justin Parker grounds this one to third. Chris Meza up with it for the Locos. Got it to the first baseman, Tyler Jones, in time to get the out. But the damage most certainly done for the Springfield Mets. They lead 3-0 as Brock Chaffin hits one up, and out of here. Back with more right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League Playoff Semifinals.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry. It's your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple.
Andy Galley has the baseball for the Springfield Metropolitans. Caleb Cole stands in for the Republic Locos, and we can now say this is a clash between two Hall of Famers as Caleb Cole sends one way up and way back to the wall. That is off the wall in left center field, a few feet shy of the long ball, but Caleb Cole making those train motions, a double off the wall, off that Marucci Clubhouse Midwest sign in left center field. That sets the table for the Republic Locos, and they need to feast here, trailing the Mets 3-0 after Brock Chaffin sent a 3-run bomb out of this stadium in the top of the first. Here's Trent Simpson, who has been one of the top hitters in the GRBL, just a rookie from Springfield, Missouri. 14 for 28 is Simpson. And yes, he had 3 hits the last time he faced the Springfield Mets. 26 years old, leading the GRBL in base hits. He's got some company now after that last game, as Jacob Carlson and Courtney Spitz both reached the 14-hit mark. But Simpson with a chance to jump back on top of the mountain in the Elite Promotions Hit King standings. He's down 0-2 here to Galley, and he fought off that fastball with a late swing. Touched it foul to the screen. Andy Galley, 2.9 his ERA for 2022. Simpson grounds this one back to the pitcher. Galley took a look back at second. Instead, he throws over to first. That's where David Rodriguez is to record the first out. Caleb Cole stays put at second base. Bring up Cole Hazelhorst. Walking up to a little Cascada as his hitting music. 22 years old, out of Woodstock, Georgia. Second-year man. Broke out of a slump last week. He's got 3 hits for the campaign. Had 10 hits as a rookie with Moon City in 2021. 1-0. Ooh, chased big time there. Facing the veteran Andy Galley. About this, Andy Galley was probably a junior in high school when Cole Hazelhorst was born. And they just made him whiff at strike 2. So Andy from Columbia, Illinois, was probably thinking about playing college baseball around the time Hazelhorst entered the world. 1-2 pitch, down on strikes he goes. That's a dropped third strike, but Steve Aldridge out into fair territory to get that. Looks like Steve might have something wrong with one of his a contact lens or something. I don't know that he wears lenses, but nevertheless, the 169th strikeout in the career of Andy Galley. He is the league's all-time leader. Here's Kyle Carpenter for the Locos, who still have a runner on second. That's Caleb Cole. They've also got 2 outs. So Carpenter 9 for 27. He's hitting .333. Swings and chops this one. It takes a weird hop, but the second baseman, Calvin Dreyer, made the adjustment. And the nice safe overhand flip over to Rodriguez for the 3rd out. So the Locos threaten on Caleb Cole's leadoff double off the wall, but they came away empty-handed upon stranding him. 3-0 is the score. Springfield Metropolitans with an early advantage. We will go to the 2nd inning. Right after this, it is the Grip and Rip Baseball Playoff Semifinals.
To the people you
Earlier today, the Branson Showmen pulled off a shocker. 16-5. They defeated the number 1 seeded Nixa Suckers in the corresponding semi. So Branson will play for the Howard Bell Trophy next Sunday, October 23rd, 5:15 p.m. First pitch on Sunday evening, following some pregame festivities, including Hall of Fame inductions for 3 players. David Rodriguez got the Mets started here in the top of the 2nd with a base hit out into right. So he is on for Clay Murphy. Murphy, 10 for 26 here in 2022. 9 of those are singles, but he's batting .345. It is his best season offensively in 3 years. One and one here against Bortz. Reaches out and pokes this one. That is tailing foul, way up and out of play. Down that first base line, stays in the lower level of seats. Somebody's going to go score 25 cents off that deal. One-two from Bortz. Swung on. That is popped. Chris Mesa got called off, and the shortstop, Caleb Cole, comes over and makes the catch. That is out number 1. Calvin Dreyer comes up here for the Mets. Beef cattleman and also a utilities worker from Lewisburg, Missouri. He's grew up around Buffalo, Missouri, where he went to Buffalo High. Dallas County. The 1-0, Calvin clubs one, a dive by Cole, his throw to second in time, my goodness. Caleb Cole just made one of the greatest plays I think I've ever seen on this infield at U.S. Baseball Park. Full extension on a hot hit, two-hopper, and then he got up and made the throw to Matt Spangler, and they just get David Rodriguez. As far as fielders' choices go, that's spectacular. That's as good as it gets. Harrison Broadstreet looked at a fastball high, and then Cole Hazelhorst gunned one down to first. No play on Dreyer, but Tyler Jones turned a little more defensive there, keeping that ball from going into the outfield. 1-0 to Broadstreet. Swung and missed at a breaking ball. He is 6 for 22 on the season, so 273 average for Street. He and the Mets lead 3-0. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's a fastball lifted into the air right field. That's down for a base hit, and that could be extras for Broadstreet as that is off the wall. Mets are going to send the runner, and Calvin Dreyer scores to make it 4-0. An RBI base hit, a double for Harrison Broadstreet. 4-0. Go the Mets. Back to the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot they go. Jared Brashler stands in. 6 for 33 on the season as Brash. Played for the Mets back in 2020. That team reached the Howard Bill Trophy Championship game. Came up 1 win shy. Jared Brashler played for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Last year they also made the title game. Didn't come away with it. Here's a pop-up. It's going to stay, well, it just gets out into the outfield where the second baseman, Matt Spangler, is able to camp out. So big stakes here in this game for Jared Brashler. He has never won the Howard Bill Trophy. He has competed for it 4 times in his career, but has never managed to win the big one. What a big moment it would be if he and the Mets can pull that off. Locos are going to try to answer and claw their way back in. They trail 4-0. Back with more right after this. Box for the Republic Locos. They trail by 4. We are in the bottom of the second inning. A red-hot start for the red-hot Springfield Metropolitans. They came into today's game 5 wins against 3 defeats. Locos are 5-2. Grounder to the shortstop. Broadstreet dove. He's not going to have a chance to make the throw, but nice hustle and nice effort from Broadstreet to keep that ball on the infield. But that is a base hit for Ethan Cole, who is aboard for Tyler Jones. TJ from University City, Missouri, outside of St. Louis, moved to Springfield to go to Missouri State University and ended up staying here in southwest Missouri. He's a software trainer. Well, the time is called. They're going to call Dead ball and award the base to Tyler Jones, who's trying to argue that that hit the handle of his bat. Andy Galley not happy with that call. Well, Jones could have gone and taken first, did the honorable thing, I guess, and said, no, that hit the handle of the bat. Plate umpire is Dennis Hill today. I would argue Dennis Hill is one of the best behind the dish in this league all season long. Tyler Jones took an inside-out swing at that, gets a single into left, and so that's back-to-back hits for the Locos to start things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Getting some business going. Here's Logan Prock. Prock in the 7th spot today. He is 10 for 22 on the season. 3 runs batted in. He's got a triple and 2 doubles. Struck out 4 times and walked once. Swung and missed at that as Andy Galley is trying to settle in. Kind of wondered what the Mets might do as far as their pitching configuration today. They're going to have to make 2 Henry Stowing pitching changes, as will the Locos, but they're without relief pitcher Jaron Dishman, the rookie. Broke his pitching hand as part of his day job, which is as an assistant baseball coach at Baptist Bible College in Springfield, so he is not pitching today. Prock skied that one up into right. Zach Young is there for the Mets to record the catch and the first out. So, without Jaron Dishman, I would think Justin Loudon will be the first reliever out of the pen for the Metropolitans today. The question is when. You know, will the Mets try to get Andy Galley to go 4 or 5 innings? Or will they ask him to only go 3 before switching to Loudon? Nothing and nothing to Matt Spangler with 2 on. That's up and out of the zone for a ball. Galley has walked just 2 batters all season long through 8 games. Swing and a miss there. Spangler, 3 hits. He's walked a couple times. He's also been hit 3 times. 250 his average. But the OBP is 556. Spangler ahead, 2-1. Looked at ball 3 there. Matt Spangler works for Capital Vacations. They are also his personal player sponsor. Would like to do the company proud here in the playoffs. And that is a walk, just the 3rd walk all season for Andy Galley. Having a phenomenal year. I would argue he is better now than he was in 2020 when he won the Pitcher of the Year award. He's a little hot under the collar now after giving Spangler the free pass and loading him up for Chris Mesa. Chris reached out and fouled that one back. So Mesa with a hit in each of the Locos' last 2 games. Broke out of a slump to close out the regular season. Looked at a change there for a strike. 0-2. Couple of Illinois natives going at it here. Galley from Columbia, Mesa from Chicago, and now time is called. That's not going to buy Chris any favors, and he knows that. This is 2 veterans. Both of these guys have been in the league since it was founded in 2016. Trying to get into Galley's head a little bit here. The 0-2, that's outside. One and 2. Yeah, going to have a hard time selling a pitch off the plate like that. Galley runs back. Attacked low. That evens the count, 2-2. So Chris Meza with that time call on 2 strikes perhaps did succeed with a little bit of gamesmanship. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, tailing foul, way up and out of here. That might have cleared the concession stand and hit the outer road that runs north-south outside the ballpark. We'll have another 2-2. This is the 6th pitch of the plate appearance with the bases loaded, 1 out. Meza got jammed. That's going to one-hop to the shortstop, charging in his Broad Street. He instead throws across to first, and he's safe. The throw brought David Rodriguez off the bag. Everyone is safe, including Ethan Cole, who comes across. It is 4-1 for the Republic Locos. Chris Meza battled back off of 2 strikes to scratch Ethan Cole across, and the bases stay loaded for the rookie Farron Cogdill. He swung high upstairs. Cogdill, a rookie, sponsored by SGC Food Service. He's from Rogersville, Missouri, where he played at Logan Rogersville High School. Quickly down 0-2 here. As Galley, smelling blood in the water and attacking the rookie. Down on strikes he goes. And back to the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot go the Locos. A big opportunity. 2 outs, bases loaded. Caleb Cole representing a go-ahead run at the plate. 4-1. Mets out in front. Caleb Cole trying to help the Locos cause. Looked at strike 1. He's 7 for 23 on the season. Actually make that 8 for 24 with that double he hit back in the first. That was his 4th double of the season. Has 3 singles and a triple. And now we've got the plate umpire, Dennis Hill, just came out in front of the plate to issue a stern warning to the Mets mound man, Andy Galley, who's probably giving a little more commentary than the man in charge would have liked. 1-1. Breaking ball. Cole lifts this one in the air. Right field. Could be trouble. Brashler dives, but he can't come up with it. Extra bases for Cole. A run came across. 2 runs came across. It is 4-3. A 2 RBI double. Second double of the game for Caleb Cole. It is 4-3. So Mets still have the lead, but the Locos are now sending up. As you hear that Billy Squier music, their most potent hitter, Trent Simpson. 0 for 1 today, 14 for 29 now on the season, as his average has fallen back into the 400s. The lefty Simpson against the righty Galley. Swung and missed at a fastball. Simpson was thinking big. That's Galley trying to work his way out of this. Runners are on second and third. 2 outs. The 0-1 swung on and flared. Foul left field side. Just made it to the lower concourse here at U.S. Baseball Park. So 0-2. Galley dialing up the aggression on the rookie Trent Simpson. Comes home with a breaking pitch. Simpson got the hands to it as it was running in. He fouls it off down the right field line. Now time called because that ball caromed just so that it would force the right fielder Zach Young to have to go over and get it. So a little bit of reprieve from the action for a moment. We'll do the 0-2 one more time. Galley comes set. Fires the fastball. Another foul off the bat of Simpson. Treading water. Trying to keep and extend this inning for the Locos. They have scratched 3 runs across in this second inning. Gallia, another 2-2. That's up the middle, right at the pitcher. Andy knocked it down. Now off the mound, the flip to Rodriguez in time. Second time for Simpson to ground out to the pitcher today. 3 runs go on the board for the Locos, so they now trail. It is 4-3. Mets out in front. Back with more right after this. Republic. Locos do have a lefty getting loose in the bullpen. That's Tyler Gooden, way down the right field line. Tucked down in the southwest corner of the ballpark here. That's where the home bullpen is. That pitch went behind Harrison Waters, who got out of the way to make it 1-0. Waters back in, facing Bortz. 4-3. Mets have the advantage. Bortz again missing inside. That was at least in front of Harrison Waters, so little improvement perhaps. Harrison 1 for 1 today with a double, so 13 of 30 for the campaign. Got all of that. Make it 14 for 31. That's going to get to the wall out in center field. Waters will woe up for a stand-up double. Starting the party for the Mets. Second extra base hit for him today. Zach Young steps in. 0 for 1 is Young. 8 for 24, so average dropped to 333. Quick visit out to the mound. Cole Haselhorst, the Locos catcher, talking to John Bortz. Probably just a little situational, or maybe a quick chat to talk about what to do with Zach Young, given the runner on second, nobody out. First pitch swung on, fouled straight back to the screen. 0-1 for Young. Works as a transportation planner professionally. Went to Missouri State University and then played extensively in the amateur ranks in Iowa for the likes of the Iowa Oaks and then the Des Moines Bruins. But up there, the Mid-Iowa Baseball League is an MSBL affiliate on the amateur circuit. MSBL. Got, leagues all over the place. Several grip and rip players commute back and forth, making about a 3-hour drive to Kansas City to play in some MSBL games with regularity. And then we've even got guys from this league who go out to Arizona every fall to play in that. They have a national championship tournament. 3-1. Fastball swung on, fouled. And Brock Chaffin, kind of knew of Zach Young, did not know Young personally before the season started, but knew a little bit about him. He was a Missouri State guy, as is Chaffin, so reached up and took him in the 3rd round, 13th overall in the GRBL draft. Here's a 3-2 pitch from John Bortz. No. Missed outside. Wanted an outer edge. Didn't get it. So that puts runners on first and second. Nobody out. Steve Aldridge. And Aldridge took a walk first time. Speaking of Missouri State, well, Southwest Missouri State is what it was called when Steve Aldridge went to school there. And here's a Phoenix home health mound visit for the Republic Locos. This is not Chris Mesa. It's not Chad Link. This is Chandler Veet going out to visit with John Bortz and with Cole Hazelhorst. And again, this might be... Well, I don't see Gooden up getting loose anymore in the pen. That might be a little more than just something procedural or some advice on how to attack Aldridge here. Steve steps back in, crowding in that left-handed batter's box. Dangles the bat low as Bortz comes set from the midsection. Aldridge rips one into right. That's a base hit. Mets are going to send Waters home. And the throw is offline. He scores. They throw for third. And that did get Zach Young for the first out. But that is an RBI base hit for Steve Aldridge, his 10th hit of 2022. And that makes it 5-3 for the Springfield Mets. And here comes Brock Chaffin. He set off the fireworks back in the first inning, a 3-run home run. Probably traveled 400 feet through the air before that came to rest and had to carry that 16-foot monster wall out in the outfield. Bortz starts him off with a fastball high, ball 1. So the Mets have scored in every inning they have come to bat thus far, leading 5-3, top of the 3rd. 1 out and a runner on first. As the Mets did commit the cardinal sin of baseball, making the first out of the inning at third base. With some aggressive running by Young. Bortz misses outside. One and one. Ooh, ran him in. Scoreboard shows 2-1. That's inside. Yeah, that was a 3-0. That's what I thought. So it's a walk to Chaffin. 2 walks this inning for Bortz. And it brings up Justin Parker. First and second. Big opportunity for Branson, Missouri's Justin Parker. 12 hits on the season, 49 base hits in his GRBL career. He's an original from 2016, trying to become just the 3rd player in the history of this league to get 50 base hits. And there it is, Justin Parker drops number 50, and wouldn't you know it, it's an RBI base hit. That is 50 hits in the career of Justin Parker. 6-3, Mets lead as JP makes history in style. Locos offering to give him the baseball. So Justin Parker broke in with grip and rip red. Played his second year with the Table Rock Lake Monsters. This is also going to trigger a Henry's towing pitching change for the Locos. They will relieve John Bortz here before David Rodriguez bats. Tyler Gooden coming on. So in 2017, Justin Parker played for the Table Rock Lake Monsters. He batted .457. He had 11 runs batted in, and he had 16 hits. That is a number that still stands as a GRBL single-season record. He actually shares that mark with Michael Antonio, who in the same season got 16 base hits of his own. JP then played for the Trey Watson Realty Closers, did not play in 2019. Came back in 2020 with the Nixa Suckers. Played for the Metropolitans last year where he had 7 hits. And now in 2022 having what you could say is the second best season he's ever had in the GRBL at the age of 41. He is now 13 for 32, average hanging around 400, and he has reached safely in every game the Mets have played this year. A phenomenal season and a tremendous milestone for Justin Parker, just the third player in the history of this league to reach 50 hits for his career. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot. You know, a good major league player will get 50 hits in one season, but in the grip and rip, you know, most teams play a max of 7, 8, or 9 games a year. So if you get 7 or 8 hits in a season, you're a shoo-in for an all-star. Any more than that, and you start talking about postseason awards, which Justin Parker won. He is the inaugural winner of the Silver Slugger Award, as a matter of fact. So, monumental base hit for JP. The car salesman in his spare time when he's not out here playing baseball. Works for McCoy Auto Group and still lives in Branson, Missouri, where he's from, where he went to high school, where he played for Steve Lale, the Grip and Rip Baseball League's Director of Operations. Such a fun story. So Tyler Gooden is on for the Locos, the left-hander facing David Rodriguez. Tyler Gooden has pitched 10 1/3 innings this season. He's allowed 12 runs on 18 hits, struck out 8 and walked 11, looking to dial it in. But dialing it in is not easy against the likes of another wily veteran, David Rodriguez. 7 for 19 for the season is the native of Caracas, Venezuela, showing bunt. Pulled it back and looked at a strike. So Rodriguez came to the United States as a college athlete to go to Campbellsville University in Campbellsville, Kentucky. It's an NAIA club. Played in 2015 in the fledgling. I know more on that in a moment as the pitch goes wild. It gets away from the catcher Hazelhorst to the backstop, and Chaffin scores on the wild pitch. So now it is 7-3 for the Mets. 3 runs and counting this inning with just 1 out on the board. Runner moved up to second, Parker, so this is Rodriguez with 1 out and a runner at second, so a man into scoring position. So in 2015, Rodriguez played in the Ozarks Pro Baseball League. That was an upstart attempt to make baseball work in the Ozarks, but that league did not finish its inaugural season of play. It folded about 1/3 of the way in. They had originally announced that they'd be a site-specific league here at this venue, U.S. Baseball Park, but a deal never got done. So they did a little barnstorming, kind of played all over the place. Down on strikes goes Rodriguez. And then ended up folding when the funding ran dry. So here's Clay Murphy. Popped out to the shortstop first time. The insurance adjuster from Wolf Lake, Illinois, and the 2020 Most Valuable Player Award winner. Stands in the right-handed batter's box against the lefty Tyler Gooden. It's a breaking pitch. Murphy got a piece, but he got under it and fouled it back. One swung on. This is lifted behind first base. A little bit tricky, and it's Matt Spangler ranging over and making a catch on the run. The Locos second baseman gets the job done. But some damage in that inning for the Mets. They put up 3. They now lead 7-3. Locos will look to answer right after this. It is the Grip and Rip Baseball League, and it's brought to you live and free right here all season long on YouTube.
Team jersey? Check. Face paint? Check. Go Bear! Throw lozenge? Check. Money for tickets? Ooh, better check.
With Great Southern Mobile Banking, it's easy to check your balance, move some money, even pay someone back. Download the Great Southern app and be in your seat by game time. Great Southern Bank. We're fans too. Download the mobile app today.
Check.
You love your truck, and Placid Tire Service is here to help you make it even better. We've got wheels, leveling kits, and of course, the area's largest selection of light truck tires. With ATs and mud tires up to 35s and bigger, Placid Tire Service has you covered. And we can help you select a great combination that will work with your truck. Take your truck from stock to spectacular with Placid Tire Service. In Springfield on East Sunshine, West Sunshine, and South Campbell, and now open at 1007 Kenneth and Nixa. That's Placid Tire Service.
The Republic Locos will look to answer. They scored 3 in the second. Then the Springfield Mets responded with 3 of their own. 7-3 is the score. Springfield in front as Cole Hazelhorst stands in against Andy Galley, righty against righty here. Galley has fallen behind 2 balls, no strikes. Here's a fastball laced into left field. And the young gun, Cole Hazelhorst, responding under pressure there with a single out into left field. So that'll bring up Kyle Carpenter. He grounded out to the second baseman Dreyer his first time up. 9 hits for Kyle, his second year in the Grip and Rip. Had 6 hits as a rookie with the Nixa Suckers a season ago. That was in just 13 at-bats, so kind of limited plate appearances. He's taken on a different role with the Republic Locos. He's being used less as a pitcher, more as an infielder and a designated hitter. Chased big time there, slaps his bat in frustration, and now steps out behind 0-2. Carpenter back in. Galley. They set Carpenter up outside, fire the fastball. Down looking goes Carpenter. It's Andy Galley's 3rd strikeout of the day. The 172nd of Andy's career. And for the season, number 40. Ethan Cole checked to swing at ball 1. One out and a runner on. Galley with the slider dipped into the zone for strike one, so 1-1. Ethan Cole chops this one to short. Broadstreet gloved it but did not come up with it. Error charged to the shortstop almost immediately, says the official scorer. Locos not caring. They've got 2 runners on, trailing 7-3. Here's Tyler Jones. TJ 5 for 25. Won the GRBL crown, hitting for average RBIs, total hits, and had a home run, a grand slam, as a matter of fact, a season ago with the Moon City Mavericks. Cooled off a little bit, but 5 for 25. Not bad in this league, especially given the overall rise in the quality of pitching we've experienced here in 2022. And TJ is the league's all-time leader in runs batted in. 32 and counting. Down 0-2 against Andy Galley. Comes set, fires the fastball, got him looking. Tyler Jones in a little bit of disbelief there. Galley rung him up. Little front door fastball. It's going to bring up Logan Prock for the Locos. Getting down by 4. They don't have to make it all back here, but at least bringing home a run or 2 would be pretty stellar for Republic as Prock looks at strike 1. He flew out to right field last time. He's 10 for 23 on the season. Sat on the breaking ball. This is in the air right field. Zach Young over to get it and makes the catch. Second time that's happened to Logan Prock today. And that ends the inning for the Locos. They strand 2, including a man in scoring position. 7-3 is the score. The Springfield Metropolitans have the lead. Back right after this.
We believe reading creates bright futures.
Ozarks Literacy Council offers one-on-one tutoring and a variety of literacy programs for students of all ages.
It's such a great thing. She used to hate having to read, and now she wants more.
Empower yourself and your children for a better life.
Ozarks Literacy Council.
Springfield Metropolitans will have a decision to make in the 4th. Do they stick with Andy Galley? Do they make their first of 2 required Henry's towing pitching changes? Republic Locos have already made one of their first couple. We expect I could see 4 or 5 pitchers for the Locos by the time this one is over. Just depends on the circumstances, but they will stick with Tyler Gooden, the left-hander from Strafford, Missouri, out to get going in the 4th. Scheduled to face the 9, 10, and 1 hitters for the Metropolitans. So it'll be Calvin Dreyer, Harrison Broadstreet, and Jared Brashler. 7-3. Mets have been putting up offense so far in this GRBL playoff semifinal. And to the victor of this game goes the opportunity to play for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy. You can ring that brass bell. You can win a GRBL championship. With that comes a healthy helping of celebratory champagne and some commemorative t-shirts. They're not playing for millions of dollars. They're just playing for glory and a lifetime memory. Calvin Dreyer comes in. He's never had the opportunity to play for the Bell. This is his third year in the league. Digs in against Tyler Gooden. Slapped that one foul. Dreyer was a member of the Nixa Suckers his first 2 seasons. This year, got snatched up in the draft by the Mets manager Brock Chaffin. Oh-1 swung on. This is handled just into fair territory. The catcher for the Locos, Cole Hazelhorst, makes the grab for the out. Harrison Broadstreet 1 for 1 today with an RBI double. So 7 for 23 now is Broadstreet officially on the season. That is a .304 average. This has been just about Broadstreet's best season ever. I would argue in terms of batting, fielding, just doing a little bit of everything here in the grip and rip. Did not play in 2021, was part of an Ozark Mountain Ducks team that won the championship in 2020. It's largely used as a defensive replacement on the infield that year and was DH'd for a few times, but today got the start at shortstop for the Mets, just in an effort to keep his bat in the lineup. And it paid dividends. He hit an RBI double in the second. He's worked ahead 3-0 rather against Tyler Gooden here. One out in the 4th. Breaking ball. A little chili dipper. No, says Dennis Hill. So that is ball 4. It's a base on balls for Broadstreet, and it brings up the center fielder, flyboy Jared Brashler, the commercial pilot from Ozark, Missouri. That's where he lives now. Actually spent the early part of his life in Branson, Missouri, as part of the entertaining Brashler family. I've known Jared Brashler for years now, and I did not know that fact until this past off season. Pitch got away off the boot of the catcher Hazelhorst, allowing Broadstreet to take second base easily. Just a bad bounce for the Locos catcher. So into scoring position with 1 out goes Broadstreet. Gooden steps off, now back on. Yeah, Jared Brashler told me he was part of the family band, played drums on stage as part of a Branson, Missouri stage show at just 8 years old. Asked him if he still plays drums once in a while. Said, rarely. One and 2. Gooden looks back at the runner twice. Now comes home. Ran that inside. Nice snag by Hazelhorst. Thought about trying to pick off Harrison Broadstreet. Nothing doing, and a little gamesmanship and dancing around. Broadstreet, the runner. Matt Spangler, the Locos' second baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gooden takes a long look back at Broadstreet. Now deals to Brashler. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. Big out there for Tyler Gooden, but it doesn't get easier. Here's Harrison Waters. He is 2 for 2 today. He is 14 for 31 for the campaign. 452, the batting average for Harrison Waters, the videographer and, as he likes to say, digital content creator. If you enjoy some of the digital media that the GRBL produces, these broadcasts included, you are enjoying some of Harrison Waters' behind-the-scenes work. Incredibly talented professionally, and as he has shown here in 2022, incredibly talented on the baseball diamond. Second-round draft pick of the Springfield Mets. Gooden comes set and comes home. An off-speed pitch for a strike. Tied him up. A little disbelief from Harry there, but yes, he did. 0-2. 2 outs. Tyler Gooden trying to squirm his way out of a jam. Comes set. Checks the runner 3 times, then deals a breaking ball outside. Waters did not chase. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. These are big innings from Tyler Gooden. Locos trailing 7-3. Just trying to stay within range of the Springfield Mets. There's a back pick throw. The shortstop Caleb Cole got the tag down. He thought he got him. He did not, as Broadstreet is called safe. Doug Thrasher, the field umpire, right on top of that. Caleb Cole dancing around behind Broadstreet, trying to throw him off his game. Gooden fires the 1-2. Waters slaps this to the second baseman, Matt Spangler, sure-handed up with that. Gets the throw to Jones in time, and Harrison Waters is retired for the first time today. That is a big out for Tyler Gooden. 7-3. Mets have the advantage. Locos will try to answer right after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all.
Anyone else who comes on in relief for the Springfield Mets will be limited to no more than 3 innings of pitching. So a big ask for Andy Galley. Told me he's not as interested in worrying about innings limits or pitch counts for him. With his age and just knowing his body, he's more worried about the overall length of time that an outing takes. Spangler pops this one into right. Zach Young runs in, made the catch, and then slides for effect to get the out. 1 away. Yeah, Andy said, man, if I can go about an hour and get my outing over with, that's really optimal for me. I've got news for him here. This game started at 3:07 p.m. However, Andy came on in the bottom of the first, so He's right around the hour mark right now for the overall duration of the outing. But in the playoffs, you gotta let it fly. You can't hold anything back. Managers ask more, and that is what Brock Chaffin is doing here. For his righty, Andy Galley fires a strike to Chris Mesa. It's 1-1. Breaking ball. No. Now time is called. Not sure, I don't think that was Chris Mesa calling that. I think that was the catcher, Aldridge, calling that. 2-1. Fastball. Ooh, ugly check swing, and yes, he did. It's 2-2. Kyle Carpenter up getting warm for Republic in the right field bullpen. Have to imagine he might be called upon to come on in the 5th. And the Locos have saved their 3+ tag, so Carpenter could come on and conceivably eat for quite a while. 3-2, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Chris Mesa for the second out of the 4th. So still 7-3. Here's Farron Cogdill, 0 for 1 today. Farron, the rookie, didn't really know anybody when he came out to try out for the GRBL, but got to know some of the players over the summertime. Got hooked up with a workout group, training on Sundays. So working at it. Galley got him on the outer half there. 1-2 now. Cogdill back in. Galley kicks another fastball. Cogdill reached, came up empty. So back-to-back strikeouts for Andy Galley. He has 6 in the game, and the Mets maintain a 7-3 advantage in this playoff semifinal. We head to the 5th inning right after this. The 3-4-5 hitters. Zach Young, I think, just got confused with Nick Young. Nick Young's a whole different guy. Played for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. This is Zach Young. who looked at an off-speed pitch for ball one. One 0 to Young, zips in there for a strike. Counts back even. Good and working the off speed. That's a touch high for the plate umpire's liking. 2 balls and a strike. And if you're just joining us, the Branson Showmen, winners today in stunning fashion, knocking off the GRBL South Division champion Nixa Suckers 16-5. Jacob Carlson went 3 for 5. They got 3 shutout innings out of Devin Braswell. Monster game all around for the Showmen, and a monster catch by Tyler Jones, the first baseman. Well, he's not really a first baseman. He's an outfielder naturally, and you see why. A sliding catch in foul territory over the shoulder. That is a Big Whiskey's big catch, and that's a big out, the first one of the 5th. So that'll bring up Steve Aldridge, 1 for 1 today with a single and a run batted in. He walked in the first. First time for him to see Tyler Gooden today, lefty against lefty. They start him with a changeup. Here's a grounder to Jones, and the outfielder turned first baseman converts that for the unassisted putout. So here's Brock Chaffin, 1 for 1. That monster 3-run home run in the first still may not have landed. It was absolutely crushed. Seven to 3, Mets with the advantage. Chaffin trying to guide a team to the Howard Bell Trophy championship game for the 2nd time in his career. Took the Mets there in 2020, came up short. And getting there would be meaningful for Chaffin. Winning it would just be monumental. It's his 4th year. Check that, 5th year in the grip and rip. He broke in 2018, played for Evan Jones for 2 years. Twice a member of the Sumit's Hot Yoga Yogis. Traded in the Yogis green for the Metropolitans black in 2020, became a manager. So this is his 3rd year as a skipper. And 2. And I think it's safe to say, Chaffin has always been a student of the game. He enjoys very much the thinking part and the strategy of baseball. And I know he thinks about it a lot, even in the off season. This has been one of the most deeply thought out rosters in terms of just overall roster construction that Chaffin has done in 3 seasons. It's pretty deliberate and thought long and hard about each pick, each draft pick. Had purpose behind it. 2-2 pitch ran in. Gooden almost grazed him, but not quite. It's 3-2. So Brock's worked a full count. Just in terms of dedication, there's no way you can question that for Chaffin. He drives 2 hours one way just about to play each Sunday from Springdale, Arkansas to Ozark, Missouri. Swings and sends this one into the gap. They were playing him to pull. Instead, he goes the other way into left center field, taking what was given. An easy stand-up double for Brock Chaffin for his second hit of the day. Third time he's been on, and he is aboard for Justin Parker. So JP, 50 base hits now for his career. An RBI single in the third. Made it 6-3. He now has 13 hits on the season, just 3 shy of his career record, which is also the league record, 16. Several players have 14 base hits, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have the opportunity to go for that record in the championship. And yes, in the GRBL, playoff hits count just the same as regular season hits, just because the sample size is so small. We like to encourage record breaking. It's just another little piece of incentive to win in advance in the playoffs. 2-0 to Justin Parker out of Labatt College. Or Labette College, I should say. Labatt, that's a Canadian beer. Labette College is a junior college in Kansas. Quick chat here. Caleb Cole, the shortstop, skips over to visit with Tyler Gooden. And yeah, Chris Meza, the manager of this team, but Caleb Cole, the wily veteran, most certainly the captain, the train conductor, if you will, on the Republic infield. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled off. Two balls and a strike. Gooden deals. That was an off-speed pitch. Parker got under that. Trent Simpson, the center fielder, backpedals and he makes the catch for the Locos. That is the third out. So Tyler Gooden puts up an important goose egg pitching for the Republic Locos, and that keeps the deficit at 7-3. Republic will try to answer the Mets. Redline Athletics. Here's the general manager in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot. Caleb Cole bats for the Republic Locos. They trail by 4 in the bottom of the 5th, and the first pitch he sees out of the hand of Andy Galley is a fastball for a strike. Caleb Cole taking a moment to open dialogue with the plate umpire Dennis Hill. I don't know that that will work out well for him in the end, as there's strike 2. Caleb today is 2 for 2 with a run batted in. He's 9 for 25 on the season. 5 doubles now for Caleb Cole. Slider for a strike, and down he goes. Caleb Cole's average falls to 346 with that strikeout. So that'll bring up Trent Simpson. He has grounded to the pitcher twice. 14 hits in 30 at-bats for Trent Simpson. Average fell to .467, but it's going up with that base hit, the 15th of 2022 for the rookie, the lone officer from Patio, Trent Simpson, aboard with that single into center field. 15 base hits in a single campaign. We have not seen that in the Grip and Rip Baseball League for a long time. Here is Cole Hazelhorst. More pressing matters. He's going to try to move Simpson over. Swings. That is up the middle, but right at the second baseman, Dreyer. He gets it to Broadstreet, and the Mets turn two to get out of the inning. A 4-6-3 double play. Great stuff. Calvin Dreyer, the second baseman, starting that off the one hop, and he gave Harrison Broadstreet plenty of time to come over and turn the double play. So we stay 7-3. Mets have the advantage. We'll go to the sixth inning right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades.
Still within the friendly confines of the Show Me State, or if you're somewhere else in the nation, the United States, or elsewhere in the world, we thank you for making the Grip and Rip Baseball League part of your Sunday. 7-3 is the score. If you haven't already, might I suggest, first of all, you like the video. That helps us out just a touch. But hey, subscribe to the channel. That's what we really want. That way you will never miss a live stream. You can even set up notifications, because you are not going to want to miss next Sunday, October 23rd at 5:15 p.m. when we crown a champion for just the 7th time in 7 years. The history of this league started off with teams named after colors. It was just a grand experiment. Could a bunch of ex-college ball players put it together? Could they put an entertaining product on this refurbished minor league field? And the answer was yes, they could. And from that, quite the community has grown. It started off 4 players by players. It has since become 4 families by families. And if you come out here to U.S. Baseball Park, you pay your $5 for admission. You're really only a stranger one time. You will make friends, I promise you. Here's a pop-up. Ranging back to get that is Matt Spangler. That was coming down with some velocity, but into Spanky's glove it went for out number 1. That gets David Rodriguez. That'll bring up Clay Murphy. 0 for 2 today. But still, even with that, having his best of 3 seasons in terms of his offensive output, and I suspect he's going to be called upon to pitch before this one is over. So Murphy 10 for 28 as he looked at a strike there from Kyle Carpenter, who has come on for the Locos here. A Henry's Towing pitching change to start the 6th. The lefty from St. Charles, Missouri, Kyle Carpenter. Started off so fast, couldn't even introduce him properly. 26 years old. Went to John Wood Community College to play junior college ball. That's in Quincy, Illinois. Carpenter's been used sparingly. He pitched 39 1/3 innings as a rookie a season ago. He has thrown 12 1/3 here in 2022. 2 earned runs, on just 6 hits, 8 strikeouts to 3 walks, a 1.46 ERA for Kyle the Toolman Carpenter. 2-2 to Murphy. Swung on and lifted. A lot of air under this one. Into center field it goes. That is where Trent Simpson is there to make the catch and the out. More on Trent Simpson coming up midway through this 6th inning. But first we'll bring you this AB from Calvin Dreyer. Two outs, nobody on. Carpenter looking to deal for the Locos, trailing by 4. Worked one into Dreyer to make it 1-1. Kyle pitched 5 innings a week ago against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Here's a chopper up the middle. Caleb Cole, the shortstop, over to get it. The throw brought Tyler Jones off the bag. Jones got the foot down. That's not his fault. Credit Calvin Dreyer for beating that throw. Would have been spectacular if Caleb Cole could have made that. It was a tough throw for him, running over at full steam, and then tried to flip the hips and make the throw right-handed. That's an infield single all day in any league. So Dreyer on safely for the first time today. 2 outs. Carpenter from the stretch. Throws ball 1 to Harrison Broadstreet. Broadstreet swung and missed that time to make it 1-1. 7-3, the advantage for the Mets. Trying to extend it. 2 outs. Broadstreet swings. This is grounded to the second baseman. Spangler, with time, makes the throw to Tyler Jones, and that is out number 3. Well, you heard us mention Trent Simpson, the rookie for the Republic Locos. 15 hits and counting after he reached on a single in the 5th. He was also a contender for the Outfield Gold Glove Award, which ultimately went to Moon City's Joe Emery. But now I can tell you, Trent Simpson is taking home some postseason hardware, regardless of what happens in this Loudon played for the Moon City Mavericks a season ago, won his first Howard Bell Trophy championship. So far in 2022, he has pitched 4 1/3 innings, allowing no earned runs on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 hit batsmen, so a 0.00 ERA. Loudon's last outing, October 9th against the Moon City Mavericks, where he threw an inning and a third, did give up a run, but it was not earned. Allowed 2 hits, struck out 1, walked a couple. Kyle Carpenter put the wood to that, and that will get out into center field. 1 hop into the glove of Jared Brashler, a base hit for Kyle Carpenter. Starts the 6th, his first hit of the day. A meaningful one for Republic. They trail by 4 runs, and Carpenter is on for Ethan Cole. Had an infield single in the 2nd, then reached on an error in the 3rd. There's a check throw by Justin Loudon. Ethan Cole, a rookie, 9 hits in 23 opportunities. 6 singles, 2 doubles, 1 triple. Whoa, it's a wild pitch for Loudon. That's going to send Carpenter to second base without too much effort. So Loudon perhaps dealing with some big game nerves. And the Metropolitans do have some activity in the pen, and no surprises there. Right-hander Clay Murphy up getting loose. They, I do not think, want to go to him until the 7th. So it is going to be up to Justin Loudon to just pacify this game along. He's down 3-0 here against Ethan Cole. There's a fastball for a strike. Three and 1. Swing and a drive. This is out the right field line, tailing just foul. Zach Young kind of got tripped up going after that ball. He gets up okay. Maybe a little frustrated with himself not to make that catch in foul territory. It's a full count for Ethan Cole. He is the one of 2 older brothers of Caleb Cole, GRBL Hall of Famer Caleb Cole, that is. But this is Ethan's first year in the grip and rip. And he walks. So a single and a walk start the bottom of the 6th. For the Republic Locos, Tyler Jones, the Locos' first baseman, comes up. 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. 5 for 26. TJ from University City went to Missouri State University. Was involved in club baseball there. It can be a rough road. It is really up to the players to schedule their own games, their own venues. And it's on their dime to make it all happen. There's a steerike thrown from Loudon. But Tyler Jones made some of the friendships that would lead him to come out and play in the grip and rip starting in 2016. He's been a mainstay ever since. And he received quite a few Hall of Fame votes from his peers. Not enough to get elected this time. But, you know, something to build off of perhaps for the future for Tyler Jones. 1 and 2. His friend Justin Loudon sends him a fastball. These 2 guys, Loudon and Jones, teammates with Moon City a season ago, part of a nucleus of players who helped the Mavericks win it all. Not only that, but at 8-1, statistically, the best team the Grip and Rip's ever seen. 2-2 pitch down and out of the zone. It's a full count. Jones back in. Loudon taking a long, hard study of the baseball. Has what he wants from Aldridge. Comes set from the chest. And he missed outside. That is back-to-back walks issued to Locos batters. And here comes the tying run to the plate for Republic. And that is going to bring the entire Mets infield in for a chat. It was a quick one, making me believe that was more about what to do on a grounder on the infield than anything. We'll see if the Mets come in. You know, they've got a 4-run cushion here, so they don't necessarily need to play, you know, no runs defense. Grounder on the middle, I think you've got to be thinking double play and just go ahead and concede one. 7-3 is the score. Logan Prock chops one to third. Murphy will throw home, and they do not get the out as the ball ejected from the mitt of the catcher. What did he call? First we saw an out, then we saw safe, and now we're seeing an out again. So mixed signals. Now Chris Meza, the Locos manager, I think rightly so, just wants an explainer here. So they do call the first out at the plate. So that would mean the ruling on the field is that Murphy's throw to Steve Aldridge stayed in Aldridge's glove long enough for him to be in possession of the baseball with his foot on home plate, which he did step on the plate. That's not in question. And then the ruling is that Aldridge's drop was on the exchange after he had gained full and complete possession of the baseball. So that's going to be the call. It is a 5-2 fielder's choice, and it keeps a run off the board. Bases are still loaded. Matt Spangler bats with one out. Swing and a miss there as Loudon tied him up on the inside. All right, the call there I think is good. Just it was the signals that got a little mixed. Fastball swung on and chopped. That's going to carry him into foul territory. Off the bat of Matt Spangler. So 0-2 when we reset and resume. So still 7-3. Locos fans still a little chirpy. Loudon kicks and deals to Spangler. He bounced it. It's 1-2. Justin Loudon back to the full wind. Spangler swings and chops this one. That is fielded. Murphy had his foot on the bag when he caught it, but that's a foul ball call. So the Locos will again reset the runners. Still one out, still 1-2, still Matt Spangler batting. As far as opportunities go, Locos need to scratch across something here. They just really cannot afford to come away empty-handed at this juncture of the game in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch goes outside. It's 2-2. Loudon gets the sign from Steve Aldridge. Kicks and delivers. He struck him out. That's a big strikeout for Justin Loudon. Down goes Spangler. And with Chris Meza coming up here, Mets are still not out of the woods. But a big opportunity for both clubs, a pivotal plate appearance for Chris Meza. Reached on an error back in the second inning, struck out last time up. Those were both at the hands of Andy Galley. First time he has seen Justin Loudon tonight. And he looks at a pitch inside for ball one. Locos have a pinch hitter, that's Dusty Nealis in the on-deck circle. The 1-0, that's inside, ball two. Walk is just as good as a single, given the situation, the gravity of this game, a playoff semifinal. This is lifted. Into center field it goes. Camping out is the perennial all-star Jared Brashler. He makes the catch, and the Locos strand him loaded. A tremendous bit of competition from Justin Loudon to get the spring. Metropolitans come to bat in the top of the seventh. They are leading 7-3 over the Republic Locos. A berth in the GRBL's Howard Bell Trophy Championship game is at stake. Here's Jared Brashler. He's in the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot today for the Springfield Mets. 0-for-3. First look at the lefty Kyle Carpenter for Brash. That one ran in. It is now 2-0. Carpenter deals a strike on the inner half. Caught that lower part of the zone. Front door pitch to Brashler. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Backdoor two-seam. So Carpenter working in and out, mixing the pitches against the veteran. Swing and a miss as he got Brashler off balance. Got him to chase. First strikeout of the game for Kyle Carpenter. Brings up Harrison Waters. 2 for 3 today is Harry. 4 total bases by way of 2 doubles. Stands in here, lefty against lefty, and Waters has trouble with left-handed pitching. He just doesn't see a whole lot of it. But the Locos have 2 left-handers, and they've used them both today. 1-0. Waters checked one. It's 2-0. A little high and tight. Oof. That went behind Harrison Waters, who again gets out of the way. Second time he's had one go. Kind of buzz his backside today. It is 3-0. Was certainly incidental there from Carpenter. Just let go of the ball too early. 3-0 in there for a strike. Well, Clay Murphy continuing to get loose for the Springfield Metropolitans in the left field pen. Leading me to believe he's coming on for the 7th. Waters puts one skyward into center field, where 2022 Grip and Rip Rookie of the Year Trent Simpson is there to make the catch for the second out. So here's Zach Young, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. Young from Bolivar, Missouri, wears number 25, steps into the right-handed box. Looks at a strike on the inner half. Kyle Carpenter trying to dial in. Semifinal game, and the Locos are trailing by 4. No question they need Carpenter to eat some innings, and they need any sort of momentum they can get. Young grounds this one right side. Spangler, the second baseman, is there. He waited for it and makes a very patient out to complete a 1-2-3 inning. So it is stretch time. And in the Grip and Rib Baseball League, the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome. Don't want to sell Andy Galley short whatsoever, but Clay Murphy in his own right has been very good. The league's leader in ERA, on the low side of ERA, that is. 24 2/3 innings pitched, 4 earned on 12 hits, 42 strikeouts coming into today, 6 walks. He has thrown 1 wild pitch and has a 1.46 earned run average. Clay Murphy a season ago pitched a dead even 20 innings for Moon City and had a 0.0 ERA with 26 strikeouts. I've not yet calculated his lifetime ERA in the event that the Mets win this game and compete for the trophy a Sunday from now. I'll be sure to get you those updated numbers. Clay enters today, I can tell you this, 107 strikeouts for his GRBL career spread across 3 seasons. He was the 2020 league MVP. Had an impressive streak that season where he retired 16 consecutive batters without allowing so much as a walk or a base hit as a member of the Ozark Mountain Ducks, and was the Most Valuable Player Award winner. So Murphy, by virtue of Andy Galley getting the 3+ tag, coming on in the 7th, Murph can go the distance for the Mets, and I would have to think that is the game plan, as they don't have rookie reliever Jaron Dishman, lost likely for the season due to a hand injury. The Mets do have some other players who can pitch, however they do not have any players on the roster who have pitched here in 2022. it's really been Murphy, Galley, and some Dishman and some Loudon thrown into the blend. Dusty Nealis steps in here, pinch hitting for Farron Cogdill in the 10 spot to start the bottom of the 7th. 7-3 is the score. Metropolitans out in front. Nealis looks at a strike. That evens the count 1-1. Dusty reached out and poked that one, tailing foul beyond the seats. Stayed in the ballpark, but just barely. First base side, kind of on the little grassy hill beyond the seats, the top deck. Counts now even 2-2. Clay Murphy throwing to Nealis. Missed outside. So we are full up. Murphy has surrendered just 6 walks through 7 games, and he struck out Dusty Nealis looking the 108th K of Murphy's career, his 43rd of the season, his first today. To the Anderson Engineering leadoff spot go the Locos. This is Caleb Cole, originally from Lee's Summit, Missouri, where he went to Lee's Summit North. Now resides in Fair Grove, Missouri. Runs a farm and commutes into Springfield on the daily as the general manager at Redline Athletics. Heck of a college player at Drury University, I might add. Looked at a strike. Best year for Caleb Cole, 2017. Won the MVP that year, 13 hits. Swings and fouls this one back. Does have 9 hits and counting here in 2022. Matches his total from 2020. Oof, checked one there. That was with Moon City. He made the finals last year with the Ozark Mountain Ducks, who came up 1 win short. Here comes the 1-2. Oof, and Clay Murphy went to the fastball. Gassed him up. Down on strikes goes Cole. So that is 2 away. Here's Trent Simpson coming into this at bat with 15 hits on the season. The league record, 16 hits. A base hit would tie. But more importantly, Simpson needs to get on in the interest of the Locos trying to come back in this game as they're down by 4 runs. You know, individual milestones are nice, but Republic fighting for its life. As we head toward the crucial 8th and 9th. Simpson fought off a slider there. Fan tried to make a barehanded play. Ball and 2 strikes now for Trent. 2 outs. 4-run game. Murphy throws him a slider. That's going to trickle out into the outfield, and with that, Trent Simpson has 16 hits on the season. He has tied the GRBL single season record. So Michael Antonio, Justin Parker, and now Trent Simpson share the single season hit record in 7 years of grip and rip baseball. Nice moment there. I'm sure he'll find out about it after the fact, but for the moment, he's got to concentrate on trying to run for Cole Hazelhorst, who steps in. 2 outs. Locos trailing 7-3. Murphy went at him with a fastball. This is lifted in the air. That is going off the wall. Simpson will come around third. He gets the go sign. Williamson fires home for the Mets. Aldridge put on the tag. He is safe. Simpson scores. It is 7-4. An RBI double off the bat of Cole Hazelhorst. And the Railmen show signs of life. It was a bang-bang play at the plate, but the man in charge was right there. Pretty good throw, really, from Jonah Williamson. And a nice job by Steve Aldridge staying back on the plate. So it is 7-4. Hazelhorst is in scoring position for Kyle Carpenter, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a walk. Tying run in the on-deck circle for Republic, and they will courtesy run for the catcher. This is Farron Cogdill coming on to run for Hazelhorst, who will re-enter later in the game. GRBL rules allow this. Slider to Carpenter absolutely turned him all the way around for strike 2. Kyle, big open left-handed stance. Clay Murphy comes set for the 0-2. Did not locate the heat. One and two. This is crucial. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Kyle Carpenter. That's Clay Murphy's third strikeout of the game, and it comes at a time to kill a rally. 7-4. Springfield Mets have the lead. Well, speaking of Clay Murphy, we mentioned he was an MVP award winner back in 2020. And he was one of 3 finalists for the very same award here in 2022. Well, guess what? By virtue of some monstrous numbers, Clay Murphy is your 2022 GRBL MVP. Springfield Metropolitans here in 2022. He is now the 2022 Most Valuable Player Award winner. Kyle Carpenter pitching to Steve Aldridge here in the 8th. Aldridge swung and missed at a 2-0 to make it 2-1. And you heard Clay Murphy say it, those postseason awards are nice, but they don't compare to winning the Howard Bell Trophy and spraying champagne with your friends. So that is the goal. Metropolitans trying to protect a 3-run lead. Could perhaps pad it here if Steve Aldridge can get loud. Here's a swing and a foul ball back for strike 2. Aldridge takes a moment. It is 3-2. Full count. Kyle Carpenter came home. Aldridge slaps it the other way. That's into left field for a base hit. Steve Aldridge. Yes, sir. His second hit of the day. His 11th hit of the campaign. So second time for Steve Aldridge to surpass the 10-hit mark. That's a big deal in the GRBL. If you get 10 hits over the course of 8 or 9 games, you know, you're not just playing well, you're an all-star, and you are contending for postseason awards, most certainly. Chase Tolleson pinch hits. He is in Brock Chaffin's position in the order. Chaffin was 2 for 2, and off of that wild pitch, the runner, Aldridge, advances into scoring position. The 0-1. Tolleson lays down a bunt. Carpenter off the mound to get it. Runner stays put, and they got the throw down to first in time. Nice job by Kyle Carpenter looking down the runner, flipping the hips and gunning the ball to Tyler Jones. It's going to bring up Justin Parker. 1 for 3 today, but the one was a biggie. An RBI single in the third made the score 6-3, and it also was Justin Parker's 50th hit in 7 seasons of Grip and Rip baseball. Just the third to reach that 50-hit mark, joining the likes of Skylar Carter and Caleb Cole. The 0-1 to JP. Carpenter missed outside. It's 1-1. Carpenter from the belt. Parker ripped that one that was running inside. A little too much air underneath it, however, and Logan Prock gets the catch and the out. So 2 away. Going to bring up David Rodriguez. Rodriguez es de Caracas, Venezuela. El caballero venezolano, David Rodriguez. In the left-handed batter's box he goes, facing Kyle Carpenter. El lanzador, Kyle Carpenter. Started him off with a changeup out of the zone. 1-0. Fastball swung on, line drive the opposite way, but on the run, making a great catch. Logan Prock pressed into action once again. That is the third out, so we will go to the bottom of the 8th with the score. Springfield Metropolitans 7, Republic Locos 4. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
See Plaza Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now.
Howard Bell Trophy and a champagne shower on the line. Showman defeated the Nixa Suckers earlier today 16-5 to stamp their ticket to the big dance. They are waiting in the wings to see who it's going to be, the Locos or the Mets. Metropolitans scored 3 runs in the first, a run in the second, 3 more in the third, and have since been hanging on. They've got their ace, their #1 overall pick in the 2022 draft, and now an MVP award winner, Clay Murphy. Here's a grounder to the shortstop. Jonah Williamson up with it, sailed the throw. David Rodriguez did apply the tag to Ethan Cole in time to get the out. So that will bring up Tyler Jones as the Locos start to run out of chances. He's 1 for 3 today, TJ. Looked at a slider for a strike. Clay Murphy going after his former teammate with gusto here. 2-seam fastball ran out. Jones did not chase. 1-1 slider. No. 2 balls and a strike to TJ. Another fastball, another swing and a foul. That evens us up. Jones swings and puts no. What do they call him there? They award Tyler Jones first base. Ball was chopped into play. Murphy charged off the mound to get it, and then Jones just sort of inexplicably awarded first. Not sure if that hit him instead of the bat. I guess that is the call. Nevertheless, TJ is on for the Locos, who are trailing by 3. They need all the base runners they can get. Doesn't matter if it looks good. Logan Prock puts this one. That is trouble to the gap into right center field. Jones is absolutely on the gas pedal, coming around third. Prock is going for the triple. Head first slide, and he is in there. RBI triple for Logan Prock. And that cuts the deficit to 2, 7-5. And suddenly, the tying run is at the plate. Matt Spangler. Golden opportunity. Spanky 0 for 2 today. He has flown out into the outfield twice. He walked in the second. And with 1 out on the board, he's got a runner on third to work with. Murphy sends a slider in for ball 1. Now Cole Hazelhorst starting to get loose for Republic in the pen. So the Locos aren't out of tricks yet. 7-5 is the score. They've cut the deficit to 2. Slider on the outer half does not locate. 2-0. Spangler as well, part of a Moon City Mavericks team that won the championship in 2021. Matter of fact, he has won titles in each of his last 3 seasons in the league. Looked at strike 1. 2-1. Another slider, another strike. Murphy dialing up the velocity, it seems. Throwing to Spangler here, 2-2. Trying to fight out of a jam. Logan Prock, the runner, on third. 2-2 pitch. Inside out swing. Ball is tailing down in right, and that gets down. Tolleson tried for a sliding grab. Could not come up with it. Prock scores. That's an RBI for Matt Spangler on the dying quail. But it died in time to get down. So here is Chris Mesa. Tying run is now Spangler at first. One and one here. Mesa today 0 for 2, did draw a walk back in the second, but he's down here 1-2. One out. Slider for a strike. Mesa goes down looking. Not happy with himself, but having to take the long walk back to the dugout. Dusty Nealis stands in. 2 outs now again. Tying run in a 7-6 ball game, represented by the Locos base runner Matt Spangler over there at first. Nealis is behind. 0-1 in the count. Slaps this one. It hops over the pitcher's head, and that is into the outfield. A base hit for Dusty Nealis. Moves the man up into scoring position. And so a tremendous 8th inning continues for the Locos. Back to the top of the order they go. Caleb Cole with a big opportunity. Two for 2 today. Double, strikeout, strikeout. If you're a Locos fan, you're hoping this is the moment where Caleb Cole comes up huge. Quick little mound check there. Nothing more than a, hey, here's what we're doing kind of chat, I think, between Steve Aldridge and Clay Murphy. So Cole is in the right-handed batter's box, facing the MVP. Fastball swung on, fouled off. Murphy from the chest, the 0-1. Another fastball. Cole clubbed it to the shortstop. The throw over to third in time. Jonah Williamson got the baseball to Justin Parker for the out. It's a 6-5 fielder's choice, and we will go to the 9th with the score. Springfield Mets 7, Republic Locos 6. Don't go anywhere. This is a barn burner.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades.
runs in both the 7th and the 8th has got to be salivating at the idea of perhaps stealing a win from the jaws of defeat. They were down 7-3 at one point. They have since clawed back to make it 7-6. Kyle Carpenter throws a pitch to Clay Murphy that bounced for ball 1. It'll be Murphy, Dreyer, and then we are scheduled to see, well, as I say that, Dreyer does not have a bat in his hand. It is Jonah Williamson in the on-deck circle. So that means we're going to see Murphy, then Williamson. And it is Broadstreet's position in the order after that in the 10 spot. But that could also be Chase Tolleson. No, that can't be Chase Tolleson. He's already entered. Here's a grounder up the middle. That got through the wickets for the pitcher Carpenter and out into center field, right on the screws. Off the bat of Clay Murphy. And yes, Broadstreet is in the on-deck circle to clear up the confusion there. 11th hit of 2022 in 8 games for Clay Murphy. Check that, 9 games. Still very good. Carpenter's first offering to Williamson, a switch hitter, is high and tight for a ball. So the Mets looking for go-ahead runs here. Up 7-6, trying to stretch it out. Williamson underneath this one. It's going to stay on the infield. The shortstop, Caleb Cole, adjusts and makes the catch for the first out. So here's Broadstreet, 1 for 2, has an RBI double. Street stands in. Grounded out to second base. His last time up, that was back in the 6th. 1-0 pitch. Caught the outer half. So Veet continuing to warm, albeit a little bit slowly. May pick up the pace here as Harrison Broadstreet singles out into right. So the Mets have 2 on now with 1 out. 2 hits in the game for Harrison Broadstreet. Back to the top of the order go the Mets. Here's Jared Brashler. Wearing the collar today with a couple of strikeouts. He is 0 for 4. Runner at second and in scoring position is Murphy. Brashler stuck the bat out and fouled it off. Got a little unlucky on the check swing, it has to be said, but a nice pitch from Kyle Carpenter if you are a Locos fan. Oh, 0-1 ran down. 1-1. Ball and a strike with 1 out and 2 men on. Kyle Carpenter from the belt. Sent a breaking ball that Brashler sent back up the middle into center field. Mets will send 1 runner to score, and they stretch the lead. It's 8-6. RBI base hit for Jared Brashler. Cracking out of the slump there with a single into center field. So 8-6 is the advantage. Still 1 out. And here's Harrison Waters, 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles today. Waters strolls in. Well, whatever Veet was doing to get warm, he is done now, so Locos could make a pitching change if they decide to get away from Carpenter, but for the moment, they are hanging with the young left-hander. 0-1 to Waters, swung on and missed. Harry took a pretty good cut. Didn't touch anything but the air, however. Oh and 2. Carpenter's pitch, they ran him upstairs. Waters slapped it foul. That ball is tailing, and it will take one hop, get over the fence, safely out of play for Waters to live on. Locos getting back into position. Waters back into the batter's box. Carpenter comes set. Another 0-2. Low and away. 1-2. 1-2 to Waters. Swing and a chopper to the first baseman. Tyler Jones with it gets the unassisted put out and the out. So 2 away, but it does move the runners up. 2 men into scoring position for Zach Young. Second and third with first base open. Two away, 8-6, top of the ninth. Locos trying to punch their way back into this thing. They will have 3 outs to do it, but trying to keep the deficit at 2 with their lefty Kyle Carpenter in a jam. Next pitch to Young, swung on and lifted. Caleb Cole, the shortstop, ranging back into left field, calls off the help and makes the catch. So this is the commercial-free 9th inning, brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks. And we thank all of our friends at Central Bank all season long. It is the help from Central Bank that makes streaming coverage of the GRBL possible. It's our first year on the YouTube platform. We've had some ups and downs, but all in all, you, the fans, seem to like the YouTube experience, so big thanks to our friends at Central Bank of the Ozarks for putting up the sponsorship that makes this possible. We'll also say a big thank you to Henry's Towing. Remember, if you're in need of roadside assistance, let Henry do it, or lethenrydoit.com. So Clay Murphy, Most Valuable Player Award winner 2 times over. He is the first in the history of the Grip and Rip League to do that across 7 seasons. It's been a year of a lot of firsts, or at least some records equal. We've seen the single-season hit record now matched at 16. Republic Locos' Trent Simpson did that. He's also the 2022 Rookie of the Year. We will give out 6 postseason awards and have 3 GRBL Hall of Fame inductions next Sunday, October 23rd. Ceremonies will get going in the 4 o'clock hour, leading up to a 5:15 p.m. first pitch for the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. It'll be the Branson Showmen against the winner of this game. If the Springfield Mets can get 3 outs and hang on here, it'll be the first time ever in the town ball era, the first time since we have switched to the 6-team playoff format, that 2 recipients of first-round byes in the playoffs failed to advance and play in the final. Both The Branson Showmen and these Springfield Mets had to make their way out of the eliminators. But the Showmen answered the bell, first defeating the Mountain Ducks 7-6, and then trouncing the Nixa Suckers today 16-5. Here's a swing and a chopper off the bat of the Rookie of the Year, Trent Simpson. David Rodriguez, the veteran from Venezuela, corrals it, and that is the first out. Bring up Cole Hazelhorst, who is 2 for 4 today, had an RBI double in the 7th. So Cole now 5 for 26. Slider for a strike. And Clay Murphy threw 20 scoreless innings a season ago with Moon City. The guy who caught those predominantly is Cole Hazelhorst. He should know a lot about what that Clay Murphy slider looks like, as well as be familiar with Murphy's timing. So he'll be a tough out here. 1-1. 1 away. Locos trailing by 2. Fastball swung on. This is in the air into left center field. Running back to get it is Waters. He did not come up with the ball. Extra bases for Cole Hazelhorst. He will stop with a double, his second double of the day. Again, well timed. Clay Murphy's former caddy coming up big there for the Locos, and here comes Kyle Carpenter. He represents a potential game-tying run if he can reach or somehow get all the way around. 8-6 ball game. Carpenter is 1 for 4 today. Struck out a couple times. Here's a grounder right side. Up with that is the second baseman Dreyer for the second out. Or check that, that's Broadstreet for the second out. Those guys look a lot alike. They both have a little bit of, as the kids say, flow coming out of the back of their ball caps. So my apologies to Mr. Broadstreet. 2 outs, and the Springfield Mets are now 1 out away from an upset. But more importantly, 1 out away from playing for the Bell next Sunday. Ethan Cole out of Lee's Summit, the rookie. A diesel mechanic and a country music singer steps in against Murphy. Murphy starts him off with a slider, ball 1. Murph not liking that. 1-0 pitch. Oof, ran him in, make that 2-0. 2-0 with 2 outs. Locos down to their last chance. Ethan Cole swings and fouls one back, way back. That cleared the press box. That may be out of the stadium in the parking lot. Ethan Cole has a powerful physique. Like I said, he's a diesel mechanic, but looks like he's used the big wrenches a time or two. Got a fast set of hands. There's a slider. Cole thought about it and checked. It is 3-1. Big poise from the big rookie Ethan Cole, working the count against a 2-time MVP. Murphy from the chest. Fastball, swing. Tied him up pretty good there, but Cole able to get a piece. And the Mets are now 1 strike away. This is the guy they wanted on the mound, Clay Murphy. Number 1 overall pick in the GRBL draft. He has played for and won the Howard Bell twice. Going for 3. 3-2, and now time is called. Gamesmanship. Last hope for the Republic Locos. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Clay Murphy Kicks and delivers. Cole swings and puts this one. It's into right field, tailing down, just foul. It's a loud, loud foul ball just beyond the reach of a diving Chase Tolleson out there in right field. And so we will set it up and do it again. Cannot beat this kind of atmosphere, this tension. It is thick right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Locos have 2 outs. They've got a runner on third. That's Hazelhorst, trailing by 2 runs. Clay Murphy going for the bell. Slider. Got him looking. Down on strikes. A called third strike. And that is the ball game. The Springfield Metropolitans win 8-6, victorious over the Republic Locos, pulling off the upset. And that does it. Not the way the Locos would have wanted that, but that is the ball game nevertheless. The Springfield Metropolitans improve. Let me make sure I get this right. Yes, indeed, they are 6-3. Republic falls to 5-3, so their season is over. And the Springfield Mets have secured a date with the Branson Showmen, who are 4-4. So 2 teams have crawled their way out of the GRBL eliminators, and for the first time, we're going to crown a champion who is an underdog. And speaking of first times, got a pretty big first time regardless of the outcome, whether it is Brock Chaffin or Cole Rourke. One of the 2 managers involved in next Sunday's games will win a GRBL championship and hoist that Howard Bell for the first time in his managerial career. So it's going to be a special moment and what should be a special game no matter what happens. I'm just going to take a quick look back at what happened, if I can find my game-by-game record, as the Mets and the Showmen were not divisional opponents through the season, so they would have met once by my calculations. Let me see if I can find what happened. I genuinely cannot recall. Looks like 4-2. That was back in week 3. The Mets got the win 4-2 that day. I'd imagine Clay Murphy's pitching probably had a strong hand in it late. So we will recap that. Like I said, 5:15 p.m. first pitch. We're going to look to start the stream much earlier than that. We'll bring you some pretty extensive pregame coverage next week. We'll start with some coverage of awards ceremonies in the pregame. Again, that's all scheduled to get going at 4 p.m. There will be GRBL Hall of Fame inductions for Andy Galley, for Skylar Henson, and for Skylar Carter. And then we will have a total of 6 postseason awards given out, including Clay Murphy from the Mets getting his MVP award. Trent Simpson from these Republic Locos will get his Rookie of the Year award, plus 4 others. So it's going to be a great time. What we will do is step aside briefly, come back, bring you some post-game interviews as the Springfield Mets will tell us all about exactly what happened. This was a doozy, 8-6. Mets get the win. They are going to the big show next Sunday, but don't go anywhere. We'll talk it over with some of the winners right after this. We're back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park, where the deal is done. We now know who will compete for the Howard Bell Trophy a week from tonight, Sunday, October 23rd, a 5:15 p.m. first pitch. It'll be the Branson Showmen against the Springfield Metropolitans, 8-6. They dispatched the Republic Locos today and secure their place in the Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. Pleased to be joined by Steve Aldridge and Harrison Waters from the Mets. And guys, let's just talk about, first of all, the magnitude of this game, the size of the moment, just in the life of what's been an up and down season for the Springfield Metropolitans. What does this victory and the chance to play for the title mean to you guys?
I mean, it just means a lot. The good thing is we just come out every week and play team baseball. You don't know who it's going to be, but we know we've got an entire crew that's going, someone's going to do something, and it's fun. The clubhouse is fun, and just awesome pulling off another win.
Yeah, it's nice. The one thing that I say about this group is they just enjoy being around each other. I mean, I know, by Tuesday afternoon, I'm ready to get the ballpark again with the guys. And I think that's what, even when it's good, even when it's bad, we still want to be here and we still want to play with each other and play for each other. It's a good time, for sure.
It'll be the first time ever that two teams have made it all the way to the Bell game from the eliminators. So we had two upsets today. The Showmen beat the Suckers, and then you guys get the win. A lot of teams scratch and claw for that bye week, but you guys are telling me, hey, let's just play 3 games to win the Bell. Why not?
Well, we took it as a positive. Nobody likes taking a week off. Like the season's not long enough to kind of give yourself a week, and it's nice to come in here and still keep the bats rolling, still putting up the numbers that we need to do. And like I said, you just don't know who's going to do it. It was awesome to see Brock, put one out today, and that early momentum was huge for us.
So Steve, a couple of hits for you today. You've surpassed 10 base hits for just the second time in 2 years of grip and rip baseball. That's a huge deal, man. Yeah, I would fist pump for that. Absolutely. I refuse to believe, Steve Aldridge, that you are 50 years old as you allege, because it seems like you handle pitchers who are half your age just fine.
Well, I'd say you're right, because I'm 51 as of last week.
Nice.
So
not buying it.
Yeah, this year's been harder with catching. I mean, I'd be crazy, if I didn't tell you that. Takes a lot more out of your legs. But I just same approach every at bat. I learned a lot last year with the strike zone, how to use it, different pitchers, how people try to get me out, and did a lot of work in the off season to try to get myself where I could catch 9 and hit as well. So it's been a lot of work. Joe Emery's been great with me, helped me a lot, and we just got a good crew. It's just fun. It really is just a lot of good time.
Speaking of catching, I wanted to ask you, Steve, about kind of a crucial stretch there for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Andy Galley got roughed up a little bit there in the 2nd, but you're catching him. You guys were able to settle in, and you put up a string of shutout innings. Was there something said in between during the changes? Was there some kind of shift in thinking there?
I just think that sometimes for me, I'll be the first to say I don't really feel like I called a great game today. But at some point, I think we just got to challenge guys. I mean, we got good arms, and sometimes we try to work count, try to work pairs and triplets, and do some different things, and sometimes it's just best to just go after them. And that's with Clay we did that late, with Andy we did it late. So it's a little bit of it's on me, and with giving up a few hits here and there, I'll take that. But when Clay and Andy get that look in their eye, it's like, okay, we're ready to go. We'll challenge some guys.
And then Harrison, individually for you, it's been a career year for you just in terms of hitting, and you're going to be competing for a Bell for the 2nd time in your career. Where's the balance there between the individual achievement and then going for the ultimate prize as a team?
I mean, ultimately, it still feels amazing to be out on the field, getting hits and doing everything there. But honestly, like, you're doing it for your team, you know. It's nice, you know, when you get hits to help everybody out. But really, like, just playing in that game, it feels just as good as high school. Feels just as good as college to go out there and compete. So I hope to still be sitting here, you know, when I'm Steve's age, that's for sure.
Steve, it's kind of funny, you know. Harrison's obviously got the kids, and they're part of the victory. You know, you're one of the few guys in the league who has adult children, one of whom has gone all the way through law school. You know, what do your kids think about, you know, having a dad who still goes out and plays ball and still goes out and competes? You know, do they follow your career still?
No.
Aw, that's disappointing.
I mean, it's conversation, but I have a feeling there'll be a few of them out here next weekend to watch. But no, it's I'm just dad when I go home. 51-year-old dad, and just, you know, I've only got one left at the house, and so I try to cherish, you know, as much time with her as I can, you know. But to see him grow, you know, it's great. You know, my life is just progressing. This is just a stop, you know.
So, I mean, obviously you've still got the ability and the wherewithal, and, you know, we all want to be you when we grow up, just in terms of the way you've taken care of your body. Yeah. But, so, you know, so where's the fulfillment come from? What keeps Steve Aldridge getting out of bed and staying with this game?
I just like to compete. I always have. You know, it's one of those things I say, you know, when I can't come out here and feel like I can compete as best I possibly can, when I feel like I'm coming out here kind of limping along, I'll be done. You know, I just want to, you know, and this year with catching, you know, was something that in my mind I was just like, you know, I want to do this again. I want to try it again, and I want to see if I can do it. And, you know, it's been good. I mean, I've enjoyed it again. It's fun to get back in that competitive cycle, and you're in every play, and I enjoy it. So it's just a part of the good time.
It's season 28, I think, is what it is. That's really, he's got plenty left.
A lot of mileage left on the tires, for sure. Well, guys, I wanted to ask about this. We saw you guys. There was a little gathering in the post game. So you get out something and hand it to Brock Chaffin. Looked like it was something in a frame. Are you able to disclose what you did for your manager?
Yeah, that's all Steve's brainchild. I'm so glad he thought of that. You know, Brock's been really good to us all year. He goes above and beyond. You know, if anyone who's in the league hasn't played for Brock, I mean, he's out there getting us extra shirts and buying snacks for the dugout. He's just a real good manager and good for the league. And, you know, we've all enjoyed playing with him. We've had a great clubhouse atmosphere throughout the season, and so it's the least we could do to say something for him. And just had a picture printed of Los Mets. So.
Oh, is you guys in the Los Mets jerseys?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, you get the Branson Showman. Like I said, I had to look back. I've slept sparingly, I guess, since you guys last played them week 3. Final score of that one was 4-2. You know, what are your thoughts on matching up with the Showman and getting a run at a pretty good pitching staff again?
We're pumped. I mean, honestly, like, anything goes any week, right? You know, some of the games that we've had that were close games, we could be a total run-scoring game, and we're looking forward to that. We know we can get in there and compete, and really it's just fun. You know, it's just fun being a part of this for the league.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. We look forward to it. You know, I think the one thing that I enjoy about us is we stay pretty light. You know, I understand, you know, it's the Howard Bell, and it's the championship, the culmination of everything. But I don't think you're going to see anybody in our group tight. It's we stay pretty loose, enjoy it, and you know, I think it shows on the field. We have a pretty good time, and I feel like we play pretty well.
Should be a lot of fun. We'll let you guys start thinking about next Sunday, 5:15, your date with the Branson Showman. Howard Bell Trophy in the balance.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Thanks,
Big thanks. Harrison Waters and Steve Aldridge from the Springfield Mets. They win 8-6 today over the Republic Locos. And so with that, the championship final is set. It will be Mets Showman, Sunday, October 23rd, 5:15 p.m. Be sure to join us right here on the YouTube channel. About an hour before, I think, is when we're going to fire up some pregame coverage of all sorts. We're going to see Steve Aldridge get his gold glove, among other things. So it'll be a heck of a show. Until then, I'm Rance Berger for our producer and director, Derek Sako, and for Commissioner Tony Lewis. We wish you good night from Ozark, Missouri.